One of the most important innovations in the world of finance is the credit card. The credit card was introduced in 1958 in Fresno, California by Bank of America. It was called Bank AmeriCard, and the idea was that people will carry those cards that allow them to borrow and spend across different merchants. It really stimulated spending and was an important boost to the economy. Before that, we had various types of charge cards, but they were typically limited to one merchant or a group of merchants. One of the key features of the credit card is really the network externality, and this allowed people to shop more freely, and they were also able to accumulate debt, so they didn't have to pay the credit card at the end of the month, but rather this could revolve to the next month. There are, of course, downsides. At the same time that it stimulates the economy, it also allows people to have excessive debt, and sometimes people spend more than they can afford. I've seen a number that says that you have over 1 billion credit cards in circulation in the US, which is clearly huge. However, nowadays it starts being more digital, more contactless, so people will have it on their phone. Credit card companies are also facing competition from other forms of payment with the rise of stable coins, cryptocurrencies. I would say that there is an increasing pushback against the credit card companies and the fact that they make such high profits by charging very high interest rates. Finally, I would say that with the rise of AI, we might see some other big changes. So, of course, AI can be used by the credit card companies and the banks themselves, because they can use AI to screen borrowers and decide who should get a credit card and what credit limit they should have. However, it's not only the banks and the financial companies that are using AI. You can also think about consumers that are starting to use AI. And one thing that we are starting to see is this concept of an AI agent that allows people to delegate the management of their finances to an AI agent. Once they do that, then the AI agent is going to identify all sorts of mistakes that people make in the management of their money. This might limit the ability of credit card companies to make a profit, because right now the profit to a large extent is coming from the fact that people forget to pay, people carry debt that maybe they could pay back, and the credit card companies are making a profit given the high interest rate. If those mistakes and biases are going to be eliminated because of agentic AI, then the ability to make a profit in this industry could decrease. So this is also something else that we might be watching for. The basic concept of a credit card, I think, will still be with us. People will still need that, and the way that this allows them to spend and borrow, the way that this creates a role for banks and financial intermediaries. However, it might look a little different, and hopefully it will be for the best, because we don't necessarily want people to make those mistakes. It is better if we have more sophisticated technology that allows people to make wiser decisions.